Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Saturday night, and as promised, we're going live 2 nights in a row, but a little later than normal because of various little buddies' bedtime routines. We have, since it is Saturday, we have Columbo on. This is actually a particularly good Columbo. That's actually Peter Falk's wife right there, and it's really funny. Sinister is actually messaging me now on Facebook. And there's Sinister in the chat right now. Hey, how's it going, brother? So we got Columbo on here. And then in Konnichiwa, Diego-san, we have a very famous wrestling game that we're going to start off with in the background. And it's actually one that I actually think it's a little overrated. You guys are going to hate me for this, but it's WWF No Mercy. So we're going to actually be playing No Mercy. But I, being the WCW fan that I am, liking the aesthetics and the roster, I prefer WCW versus the World and WCW versus NWO World Tour and WCW versus NWO Revenge. I did see that Sonya Blade number 2 is rocking the attire again. I actually follow the second Sonya Blade, the one that was in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, on Instagram. She is still super hot. And why don't we play some Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the N64 tonight, since we got the N64 going. We'll fire that up after we play some No Mercy. Now, a student of mine, he comes by the chat every so often, and he, great kid, he always begs me to buy WWE 2K20. Now I like Elizabeth Malecki. Actually, she was actually probably my first video game crush. What with her and that her leotard and other features. No, I Daniel Pesina is awesome, dude. I really like Daniel Pesina. He wasn't just Johnny Cage. He was like all the ninjas. So, once he split from the series, and they tried to turn all the ninjas into multicolored Predator characters. Daniel Pesina and what's her name? Carrie Haskins or something like that. She was the second Sonya. She was also in that Aerosmith game, and I want to say she was in one of their basketball games too as a cheerleader. I think she was a cheerleader in some Midway game, and then she was the mistress in Hey Nick, how's it going, brother? From Another Mother, and in Christ as well. It's Sunday tomorrow. We will go worship our Lord. Actually, I can't because I am actually under quarantine because I am a teacher. I'm in the thick of it, and I was exposed, so I'm monitoring myself for symptoms. Actually, the only symptom that I've been having is actually some heartburn. I think I've been drinking too much black coffee, and I don't know what else. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I can't go to the gym or anything like that. So I'm working out at home and just chilling at home. But being an only child, I really like. I'm in my game room. I got my family. I'm happy. What else I have? Columbo, my hero. Seriously, Columbo is one of my all-time favorite shows ever. And the thing I love about Columbo is that he is the soul of the proletariat. He is the honest working man, and he is a genius. And everyone underestimates him because they think that he's, stupid. But he's the guy next door, but he's the greatest detective that ever lived, and he's freaking awesome. I actually really like the taste of black coffee. It's a warm, cozy hug. That's what it is. So, Leo, my friend, I was just talking about you. Hey, International Channel. So, listen, Leo, we're not going to play 2K20 tonight, but I did pick a WWE game in your honor. In fact, it's a WWF game, and it's a game that many regard as the best WWF game. Now, me being a WCW fan, there's actually other games in this series that I prefer, and even the other WWF games that I prefer, because I really like the aesthetics of WrestleMania 2000. But you're going to play what many considered the greatest wrestling game ever made, especially if you're a WWF fan. That is WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64. Oh, cool, man. International channel scheduled a package for your pickup. Cool, man. So you said, oh, man, that's very nice of you. I appreciate it very much, my friend. So, without further ado, we're going to play some No Mercy. And I'm going to have no mercy on my opponents, much like Six Pac over here. Actually, my favorite D-Generation X theme is the Run DMC DX theme, and it should come before Christmas. That is incredibly generous of you, and I very much appreciate it. Alright, I'm just trying to position my camera like so. Cool! Alright, let's play some New Mercy. I'm going to actually hit the lights here. Okay, so we will grab our controller. Yes, you know, last night we started streaming a little later than normal. I was pretty tired after a long day of teaching. Looks like the guy who has a WWE name full of WCW create wrestler. yes, that is correct. That's correct. Actually, you know, I didn't really do too much with the create a player on this game. The WWF game that I did do a lot with the create a player on was WrestleMania 2000, because I really like WrestleMania 2000. It's a great game. I mean, this is really good too, but I don't know. I like the music better in 2000. I like the color palette better in 2000. I like the roster better in the WCW games. The WCW games have incredibly good gameplay and some creativity, but they're more kind of to the point. Whereas, I don't know, these games, it's got a very in-depth creative player, but I don't know, this just lacks the charm of the WCW games, in my opinion. There's Jericho, AEW superstar, Kurt Angle, the late, not-so-great Chris Benoit, Matt Hardy, who now is in AEW as well, Brother Nero over here. Man, the transformation that Bully Ray made. Yeah, create a champion mode. APA, Eddie Guerrero, China, Six Pac. Yeah, maybe Six Pac, just because I really like the Run DMC DX theme. In fact, I don't know if Leo is still here, but you know, if you're interested, man, I can, if I don't get a copyright strike, play for you the Run DMC DX theme, which I really, really like a lot. Yeah, I don't know. The out-of-the-box roster on this game isn't so good. And I don't know. I'm not really even digging the soundtrack that much, but we're gonna fight Big Mark Calloway right here. Six Pac! X-Pac! One thing I really liked about these games, though, is they were able to actually get some full-motion video in a cartridge. I love the X-Pac's Kane rivalry. Yeah, with Tori. Yeah, that was cool. Blue Meanie theme. But apparently they didn't get the rights to Limp Bizkit here. I move in, I move out. We got Tori at ringside here. Now, I do know that people have done all kinds of crazy mods with this game. This game looks fantastic on this computer monitor, by the way. This really is the way to play on 64 games. Got this going on a SCART cable to a 90s computer monitor. So, it's really funny. Like, people always have this rumor in their minds that Billy Kidman is the 1, 2, 3 kid. And I don't really understand that. It's because, you know, Six and X-Pac are the 1, 2, 3 kid. You know, Six being because 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Plus, he was the sixth member of the NWO. So yeah, and then once he and Bischoff, fired him from WCW. Apparently, Hall and Nash are being assholes, and Bischoff didn't have the guts or was afraid to fire Hall and Nash because he didn't want to screw up his NWO storyline. So he ended up firing Six as revenge, which was stupid. And then he went to WWF, and that really I think kind of hurt the kind of momentum and rapport with the NWO, and there was just kind of a sense that the NWO is they're not firing on all cylinders now, and Six really was a cool member too. So, obviously, Sean Waltman is not a main event guy, but very much kind of a heart and soul of the group kind of dude. So, X-Pac versus Undertaker, that's what it is. 1 times 2 times 3 is also 6. That is correct, my friend. Well, when he went to TNA, he was still 6, and I actually follow Sean Waltman on social media, so I always say 6 is better than X-Pac, and he likes to comment. So, which is weird because when the NWO came to WWF. And he joined, they still called him X-Pac, which was dumb. They should have called him Six. The other, that Run DMC video, there's a really good, there's a music video of, Stephanie McMahon in DX throwing Molotov cocktails, and they're at scores. It's good stuff. Actually, I like Stephanie McMahon in DX. I thought she was a good member. But best DX members are Shawn Michaels, Rick Rude, and Chyna, in my opinion. I think Triple H is really overrated, personally. I like Triple H. Can you imagine Six in the red and black NWO? Yeah, I actually can. Because, as you know, my friend, he was in the original Wolfpack. Because, the Wolfpack was, Hall, Nash, and Six. And that's what they called themselves. And, I remember, Hogan would even, shout them out in promos. He's like, with the Wolfpack in the back, watching my back, Jack. I just always remember him doing that line, Waltman, he's a guy that is an incredibly skilled wrestler. His, martial arts that he incorporates into his stuff are just great. So, Leo, man, this is how a good WWF game plays right here. The controls are very, very smooth. There's a nice grapple mechanic. You basically grapple different, hold it down for different amounts of time, and then hit a direction and a button, and then you do a different move. It's a very fun game. Now, rumor has it that, there was a potential that Undertaker might go to WCW, so they made him the American Badass to, I don't know, kind of get the Undertaker out of people's memory, or that's what Nash says, at least. I cannot wait. It looks like in AEW they're gonna have Dustin Rhodes be 7. That is gonna be really cool, because that was the next WCW gimmick that they did for him. And if you watched AEW, the Dark Order, and I always thought that Goldust would be perfect for the Dark Order. They're trying to... Because, he doesn't have a whole lot to do. I feel like the last Aki game being canceled... Yeah, that sucks, man. I know there was a canceled game. But yeah, if you watch AEW, they just did a video... They just did a promo where Goldust, Dustin Rhodes... He uses his WCW name, Dustin Rhodes, the Natural. But he has this really awesome black and blue version of Goldust outfit that he wears, and his face is half painted, like when Marlena was kidnapped. He's in the best shape of his career too. Anyway, so like he beat the shit out of this Dark Order guy, and then like Evil Uno comes out, and he's like starts recruiting him. He's like, "Will you be 7?" Because like the Dark Order goes by numbers. And he's like, "Fulfill your destinies, being Dark Order number 7," and like that was. I mean, I started like flipping out when they said that, and they really should do that because he did have he's not really doing much, and that could really set up some potential matches with him and Cody, and I think it would be really good stuff, because I really like Dustin Rhodes, and I mean him as a babyface veteran is cool, but I really think there's some meat on the bone for him to be a heel. Can I do the Bronco Buster here? Maybe not. When I play N64 Aki games separately, they seem similar, but back-to-back progression of a 3D models was dramatic. Yeah, it's true. This is the best-looking Aki game. But I actually really like the there it is, X Factor. Get him up, do it again. I actually like the hand-drawn faces better than the photo faces, but it's all good. Give up. Tori's in the ring. What is Tori doing? Oh, Kane is coming to save The Undertaker. Mayor of Ohio, Kane, or some city in Ohio, I should say. Got Are you suggesting we should have 6 versus 7? Yes! This is exactly what I'm saying. We should have 6 versus 7. They need to sign Sean Waltman, bring him in as 6, and then have him fight 7. And then have a 6 versus 7 match. X-Pac! I remember, WWF and their like knockoff Rage Against the Machine band from the Attitude Era. That was good stuff. Break it down. Why don't we do Jericho versus 6? Or should I say Jericho versus X-Pac? Why don't we do... maybe we should do a Royal Rumble. Do 12. And we'll make it... Wait, SmackDown. We'll have Angle, Benoit, Austin be the starting crew. Def Jam Vendetta was really good. Yeah, I've heard Def Jam Vendetta's awesome. Because it's an Aki game, Dude, AEW has got to make a game like this. Jericho's opening, especially like this early Jericho opening with the stripper in New York City. That was great. Honestly, my favorite Jericho theme is his original Good Guy WCW theme. That do 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 do. Like, I know he hates it. I don't care. I love that song. Kurt Angle was always my favorite Attitude Era guy. Because he was different. Like, when everyone else was like a willful, self-centered, jerk, Angle was like the like the annoyingly good guy, and he was just better than everyone too. I actually liked Austin's vocal theme. Yeah, no, it's a good song, man. I wish he'd use it in AEW, because I want to say that's a Turner-owned song. Because when you listen to 83 Weeks, Bischoff will often say that a lot of the music that WCW guys used was just stuff in the Turner vault. I mean, if Jimmy Hart didn't compose it, you know. There's actually a vocal version of that song, All the Days of My Life, do, 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 do. I mean, the song didn't really fit that well when he turned into a heel, and heel Jericho in WCW is the best Jericho. Wait, I did Royal Rumble. Why is he... What the hell is going on here? Is he done? Oh man, what the? I'm not doing this. I thought this was like over the top rope. Yeah, it was some Pearl Jam song was his second theme. Alright, so we're just gonna do a... We'll do Jericho versus 6. There is no Dustin Rhodes here. He was back in WCW at this point, so we in fact can't do 6 versus 7. I don't even remember Raven's theme. What about me? What about Raven? Jericho's second WCW theme was Pearl Jam's Even Flow. Nice. It's a shame that Shane Douglas didn't bring Francine over with him. Although, I mean, you know, she stayed in ECW. Ripped off Nirvana. Come As You Are by Nirvana. Okay. Did Nirvana ever get mad about that? Because I know like DDP's was Smells Like Teen Spirit. They seem like they'd be pretty cool, you know. This is for Scott Hall acting like a jerk to me backstage. I do wish that Goldberg didn't take himself so seriously. His match, you know, if he had actually run a program with Jericho, I think that would have been pretty good. I just don't think Bischoff was... I don't know. I don't want to say it's not that he wasn't smart enough. It's just Bischoff doesn't, I think, realize why he was successful a lot of the time. I mean, he'll even say that a lot of his success happened by accident because he just kind of fell, you know, ass backwards into it, so to speak. But he had amazing ideas. I don't think he understood. He didn't understand storytelling well enough. And I don't think he understood the genre well enough either. Like, that's the thing. Vince McMahon, I don't think, is that much of a creative genius. He understands society and psychology and the pro wrestling genre and knows how to market it like a circus master. And Bischoff was just like a smart, ambitious, energetic guy with Ted Turner's money and, you know, and just, I mean, he was good. I mean, he wasn't just good because he had Ted Turner's money. Walls of Jericho! Another reason why I like WrestleMania 2000 better is because it's got Earl Hebner as the cartoon ref. Shane Douglas had the Beautiful People theme? I really don't like Marilyn Manson. He's just like... I mean, like, dude, like, I can't stand, like, whiny 90s people. You know, like, oh, everything's so bad. I mean, I'm a millionaire, and I live in the most prosperous country in the world, but I want more, you know, so I'm gonna, like, worship the devil. You know, it's like, you know, take that, society. It's like, dude, shut up. It's like, you know, like, there's people without, you know, the basic necessities of life. both around the world and in this country, you entitled asshole. Like, I don't know. It's like, dude, you're not special. I mean, you're kind of talented when it comes to music, but you know, I liked him better as Paul from the Wonder Years. I know that's not a real. I know that's not real though. Fun fact: both Raw and SmackDown, years apart from one another, had "Beautiful People" as the theme, like the actual song. I do remember that, actually. I don't remember it being in Raw, but I do remember when SmackDown had "Beautiful People" as the theme song. Elix Skipper had a very theme similar to "Party Up" by DMX. I love that song, "Party Up" by DMX. Alright, we're going to play what is, in my opinion, the superior WWF game. The Raw's War theme was "Beautiful People"? I thought the Raw's War theme was rock and roll's like fighting in the ring. We got together to do our thing. Alright, we're going to play some WrestleMania 2000 here. Columbo's talking to a mermaid, by the way. Columbo's just the best. I love the combination of his brilliance and humility. He's just the coolest guy ever. And he's Italian, like me. So, this, in my opinion, is superior to No Mercy, and I think we'll see why in a second. I just think it's aesthetically superior, and the gameplay's identical, so I can send it to you, and you can hear it later. Okay. There's the ringmaster, Steve Austin. So, as a WCW fan, like, as much as I love the theme to Revenge, this is arguably better, and that makes me a bit jealous. Letting WWF get the Aki games was a huge mistake by Bischoff. Bischoff was very proud of his EA deal, his Electronic Arts deal. And, dude, when it comes to wrestling games, EA, I mean, it's just a sign that, it's like, oh, EA's a bigger name than Aki, but it's like, dude, like, he doesn't know video games. It's not his thing, but I don't know. It's just when you look at the quality of these games, and then you look at the Electronic Arts games that were made for WCW at the same time. I mean, there's a step down that's noticeable. Mayhem is not a bad game though. But I mean, these are the best wrestling games ever made. Jeff Jarrett. He played Fozzy in TNA once. Interesting. They said that a third EA game was going to be made by Aki, and it turned into Def Jam. That is horrible, man, because WCW went under. How about Mayhem Day One? That's a good game. No, I don't hate it, man. Like, Backstage Assault is a piece of shit. I don't mean to just swear on here if I have students on here, but Backstage Assault is a huge piece of shit. That is, and dude, you know me. I'm a huge WCW fan. I stick up. I mean, like, the Dungeon of Doom is amazing. I will defend a Dungeon of Doom till my last day. Okay, but I will not defend WCW Backstage Assault. That game is a piece of crap. The only good thing about that game is that it's got some nice full motion video, and the roster on that game is on paper phenomenal, but it's an extremely ugly game that's very difficult to play. And I just don't even know what they're doing. It's insane. So, I can't believe that game got released. So, we'll do some more Raw. Alright, non-title match. Hulk Hogan Sting. These are all my creative player guys. So. And since the WCW games, wonder if you grade your students as you do your games. Yeah, this is a piece of shit. No. So you'll notice, like, I made a whole WCW team here. So we see red and yellow Hogan, Sting, Chris Jericho, British Bulldog, the Guardian Angel, which was Big Boss Man's WCW name. Also Big Bubba, the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, and Stunning Steve Austin. Which I just made Steve Austin with hair and his purple WCW shorts. And we have WWF with the Ringmaster Steve Austin, Kane. Ken Shamrock's in TNA right now. I'm starting to watch TNA again now that Kenny Omega's there. Actually, TNA is having a pay-per-view tonight, and Kenny Omega, I saw, was talking with Machine Gun Carl Anderson. So it looks like my new Wednesday night routine is... My wrestling's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday now, so... Because I found out how to watch Impact on Twitch, and I actually had a good time watching it, so I'm just going to fire up the Xbox One, and I'll be watching some Impact on Twitch. So I made the Nation of Domination. Like, here's the Celebrity Rock, Farouk, D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, Godfather. Like, take a look at the roster on this game. Like, it's really good. I got an ECW stable here. The Steve-A-Maniac, Mike Awesome. Jacqueline, Terry Runnels, Ivory. The Corporation. I hated WWF Jim Ross, as evidenced by this character that I made of it. I have Impact on Dish Network, but honestly only searched for it after the Omega thing. Same, I hadn't watched Impact in years. I hadn't watched Impact since they left the TV Guide channel, whatever they turned into the Pop TV. I want Fake Razor, Diesel, Kane, and Taker seat. Yeah, no, I want them too. Hey, Rogue Drums, how's it going, man? NWO. NWO Sting. Six Pac. I made a Bret Hart. Let's be Bret Hart. And we'll fight Shawn Michaels. This will be good. And I made him come out with Hulk Hogan. Nice. The WCW mod of N64 looks insane. Ooh, I wonder if like you can hard mod that into a cartridge. Extremely ambitious, dude. I wonder if if they have like N64 repro carts with that, I would love that. This is 1999 bicycle shorts, Shawn Michaels. Way too big. Ah. We'll scale it down. I'm hoping my Top Fighter 2000 Mortal Kombat 8 comes before Christmas. Yeah, the commissioners used to be wrestlers. Yeah, it was cool. So I don't know. I feel like this game plays a little faster. It's brighter. I like the way the characters look better. The creative player is good, but less distracting. I mean, if you like depth, then for your creative player, then by all means, No Mercy's good. But I don't know. This is a fantastic game, WrestleMania. I just think it's better than No Mercy. Better roster. It feels like slightly quicker gameplay, brighter color palette, better music. Not Pee Wee Anderson. Pee Wee Anderson's in Revenge. So I'm the excellence of execution. There's a new gun in town. Piper, Funk, Nash, Jarrett Miller. Yes, all those guys. Yep. You know, I actually think that Tank Abbott knocking out Psycho Sid was actually not a bad idea. That, you know, like, I know that's why Russo lost his job the first time. They said they wanted him to be apparently wanted him on, like, a booking committee, and he quit. But no, I don't know. I didn't think that was a bad idea. That, you know, because, like, it doesn't make Sid look weak if he's been in the Battle Royal the whole time. You know, Sid Vicious. So I don't know. I don't see that would be an idea that would make him. Like, I don't see that being the straw that breaks the camel's back kind of thing. But then again, what do I know? For some reason, this was the special I gave Bret Hart. I don't know why. Oh, he countered it. Sharpshooter. Hey, Arrow! To me, Russo is a writer, not a booker. Yeah, that's true. Also, Goldberg murdering Sid at Halloween Havoc made him look way weaker. Yeah, no, it's true. I always thought that Bret Hart was better than Shawn Michaels. I mean, longevity-wise, Michaels had the better career for sure. But when they were both in WWF at the same time, I always thought Bret was better. Got him. I just like the way Bret fought, and I thought he looked cool. So, Arrow, we are starting off playing N64 wrestling games of the WWF variety because one of my students wants me to get... yeah, I am steadily getting closer to 1K. I think I was at 885 last I checked. So that's cool. Slow and steady wins the race. Should I be Hulk Hogan? We should do like Hogan Undertaker. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do Hollywood Hogan. And we'll fight the Undertaker. And thanks to Pat Patterson and Briscoe, we get the Real American theme. And it hurts inside. If you hurt my friend, then you hurt my pride. I even think the audience looks better in this game than No Mercy. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why No Mercy is considered better than this game. I really don't. Evil Undertaker. Don't I get a plaque at 1K? I have no idea. Would have been better for Vince to keep. Yeah. Sean was gone in months after Brett left. No, I know. And Sean wanted to leave, too. You know why Vince wouldn't let Sean go? Is because Bischoff would have known what to do with him. He would have just paired him with Nash. That's why Vince wouldn't let Owen Hart leave, because then Bret Hart would have had someone easy to work with. Because, you know, as it is like, Bret was hard to fit into the storytelling dynamics of WCW because all of the main slots were filled, right? The hero was Sting, the villain was Hogan. So one of those two would have to step aside for Hart to really, you know, really fire on all cylinders. Um, and neither one of them were, there didn't make sense for either Hogan or Sting to step aside. So then what that means is that you're going to have to break up Hogan and Sting and have one of them feud with Bret Hart. Now, they did have Hart and Sting feud together, but the stakes were never that high. It was always for stuff like the U.S. belt or something like that. Now, I think the bigger money off the bat would have been, I don't know. You'd either there's like so many things that you like. I always do this. I fantasy book Bret Hart and WCW because there's so many things that they could have done better. You know, but the reason I keep thinking of different things shows that it's, not necessarily. It means I don't think Bischoff was up to the task of actually what to do with Bret Hart. And once they floundered with Bret Hart, that let Vince get the momentum back. So first idea to do with Bret Hart. You pair him with Hogan, and then they turn on each other. You could have them be tag champs. That could be a thing. I know that would be weird considering Hogan's such a big singles guy, but considering that Sting just dethroned Hogan, one option would be to have Bret and Hogan be a tag team or be very tight with each other. You could have Bret be like Hogan's number 2 in the NWO. I don't know. That's one option. Another option would be to just have Hogan and Bret go at it right off the bat. I think the easy solution would be to have Bret Hart interfere on Hogan's behalf. Wow, that was quick. Actually try to help Hogan win because he wants to beat him before Sting at Starrcade 97. You could still have Sting win somehow, and then, that lead to Hogan and Bret fighting. That's an option. You could have Hogan lose, and then have Bret take over the NWO. You could have a triple threat between Hogan, Sting, and Bret. You could have, if Sting really was that drugged up, you could have Sting win the belt from Hogan and then disappear. Bret, Hogan fight over the belt. There's a whole bunch of things you could do. Madden wanted Bret and the Horsemen. That would have made sense, too. WCW had the best pay-per-view intros. Yes, they did. It was like an intro for a fighting game. Yes, it was. I would have had Syxx versus Ultimo Dragon. Yeah, that would have been a killer match. Well, I would have, Bret Hart and the Four Horsemen would have been good booking. The thing is, the Four Horsemen, the Four Horsemen weren't that cool at the time. Bret could have made them cool. The thing is, if you had a Four Horsemen Hart Foundation hybrid or Four Horsemen Hart Foundation alliance, that would have been good. And then have them feud with the NWO, that would have been good booking. There's, I don't know. And you have to have Hart be a heavyweight contender. Bret Hart should have been in the heavyweight title picture immediately because he was the WWF heavyweight champion. Speaking of Bret Hart, let's play some Revenge. Alright. Although I did say we'd play some Mortal Kombat Trilogy too, so. We'll go to the N64 drawer here. Those are cassette tapes. You can listen to Warren G regulate things. Jericho versus Bret Hart versus Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff you could do. They did pair Bret Hart with guys like Booker T and Chris Benoit, but no, I could have seen a Hart Foundation with Chris Jericho, Bret Hart, British Bulldog. Oh, you like the white glasses, man. Thank you, friend. Yeah, I like them too. Yeah, I don't know. Like I get compliments on these. There's Zennies. I love my Zennies glasses. Yeah, Hart Foundation, Jericho, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, and Jim Neidhart. There you go. WCW had the invisible barrier where it felt like certain people were too big to share the ring with other wrestlers. Yeah, that was not good. Thank you for the compliments on the glasses, man. Where is Revenge? Okay, here's the N64 Mortal Kombat trilogy that we'll play, but I wanted to play Revenge, man. Where is that? We got Mario 64 too. I like Ultimo Dragon better than Rey Mysterio, but I do like Rey Mysterio. I mean, I think Rey Mysterio is the person who I have the closer bond with my childhood with, but I remember, like, I saw a match with Rey Mysterio and Ultimo Dragon in New Japan, where Rey Mysterio came out dressed up like Spider-Man, and then Ultimo Dragon came out with, like, a million belts, and he had this really cool, like, Mexican song that sounded like a J-pop song. It was really good, man. Yeah. Yep. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. Yeah. Play some Revenge. Revenge is a dish. Is a dish best served cold. They seem with a really cool poster. Nightmare, like Hulk Hogan's a colorful guy, but nightmares are in black and white. Like Sting. I love how when Sting comes out in AEW now, it starts snowing. Like, man, Columbo, coolest guy ever. Like, can you just imagine like how you can book that? Like, and incidentally, Sting's in fantastic shape too. Like, Sting's in really good shape now. Like, bad guys are, like, doing bad guy things, and all of a sudden it starts snowing in the ring, and they're like, oh no. And then, like, Sting's music comes on, and he's being pulled by a train of white stallions, the man called Sting. So, either way, I think we can all agree that all of the suggestions that we've had about what to do with Bret Hart, yeah, thank you. All of the suggestions that we've had to do with Bret Hart would have been better than what WCW actually did, which wasn't that bad. It was just like it just was like anticlimactic and mediocre. Whereas, you know, Bret Hart should have been in the title picture immediately, been in the thick of feuding with the NWO or being in the NWO at the highest level. I mean, an easy booking thing would have been to have Hogan take a break, have Bret Hart take over and feud with Sting. That could have worked. You could have had Bret Hart be like the de facto leader of the NWO, even with Hogan, and have Hogan focus on fighting with the Ultimate Warrior. You know, Bret Hart and Kevin Nash could have feuded because they had good matches in WWF. So, I mean, there's options, man. Speaking of Sting, my second favorite wrestler of all time. Here he is. It's Sting! What? Yes, I agree. Sting versus Hogan had a screwed up ending, man. I'm going to hit the lights, and we're going to... I mean, honestly, even at the time, like, I actually thought that was intentionally vague. Or I either thought that it was intentionally vague, or that Sting just won cleanly, and me, as an NWO fan, was just like, oh, that's bullshit, of course Hogan won. Because actually they did... I feel like they kind of, like, slow the count down, on replays, or like speed the count up on replays, I should say. But yeah, that should have been very cut and dry. If they were going to do that story, Nick Patrick should have been wearing an NWO shirt underneath that referee shirt of his. Like, you know, clear fast count, Bret Hart comes down to the ring, you know, rips the shirt off of Nick Patrick to reveal an NWO shirt, knock him out, and then recall the match, and then Hogan submits to the Scorpion Deathlock, and then they award Sting And then next night, Bret Hart turns on Sting, and they start feuding for the belt. You could have even done a really nice triple threat with Hogan, Hart, and Sting, because Hogan could have claimed that Bret Hart interfered and he wasn't the legitimate referee, and just play all these like technicality games. I feel like Sting would have just kicked out. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, they should have. It should have been done better. I don't think it was a deal breaker for WCW. I just think it was kind of not well executed. I'm gonna hit the lights and be right back. Scott Hall. I like that I put Lex Luger in his American Hero pants. Randy Orton did not beat Hulk Hogan. This is true. He was not a legend killer when it came to Hogan. I hate how we show the truck and backstage here in the intro. They're not in games. It's true. Wait, Sinister, who was supposed to be in the NWO angle? The other thing that was confusing about Bret Hart is that, this was really stupid. Okay, they had Bret Hart, and I'm pretty sure he was in the NWO, but he only wore a Hogan shirt. I know he was the leader of NWO 2000, and then he got injured. But that was a little odd. All right, Monday Nitro, the best Monday show ever. And we're going to be my all-time favorite hero, Hollywood Hogan. We got Wolfpack Hulk, Thunder in Paradise Hulk, WCW Hulk, and then regular Hollywood Hulk. Let's do that one. And we can do Kevin Nash, Wolfpack Sting, TNA Sting, WCW Sting, NWO Sting. Woo, yeah. Raven, Johnny Polo. Actually, Hart was injured before NWO 2000, but we didn't know how bad it was. Yeesh. Sting beating Hogan was supposed to be the end of the NWO. That would have made sense. Take a look at, this is, Bret Hart is, he's buried in this roster here. See, I wouldn't have ended the NWO. I would have given the end. Well, that is one thing you could have done. You could have ended the NWO. But the other thing you could have done is you could have had just the NWO have their own show, I never understood why they didn't do that. I know they say that, the pilot episode where, Hogan... But that... where they took over Nitro and they redid the set, I thought that was... I didn't think that was bad. I don't know, man. I don't get it. And that Bret Hart giving Hulk Hogan his own head thing was hilarious and awesome. I wanted a proper LWO versus NWO storyline. That would have been cool. Incidentally, Bret Hart and Hogan's Nitro match was fantastic. Should it have been on a pay-per-view? Well, yeah, it should have. But I don't mind it being on Nitro. But, that should have been, the prelude to a match with a proper finish, The thing that was great about that match, too, is that Hogan wrestled his Japanese style in that match, too. So, I actually like the music better in this game than in WrestleMania 2000, and the roster's better, and I just like WCW better, so... Going in for the clothesline. Leg drop. Leg drop. Oh, I missed it. Get up, get up, get up. Yeah, so this was always weird that Hogan did Ric Flair's thing for his special move. Schoolboy. Yeah, brother. Now, when Hogan turned back into a good guy in WCW, I would have had him be in like more Hollywood style attire, but have it be red and yellow. Like I think that would have been a good idea. Noel defends Hogan whipping David Flair with a belt because David Flair was being a spoiled brat. I defend Hogan for everything. I wanted Jericho versus Goldberg. Yes, I did. I wanted Jericho versus Goldberg too, man. A recent video of Sega Lord X talking about some bad EA game, saying EA continued that route when they could have went under like Acclaim and THQ. Yeah, did THQ go out of business? I know Acclaim did. I mean, I just know THQ kind of turned to crap. Oh, let's do another one here. Actually, let's do a Battle Royal. Nah, I don't know. Where's Battle Royal here? Championship, special match. Battle Royal. Then it'd be a Bash at the Beach. And we'll have, let's do 12 guys. And random order. And we'll be... How about we be Wolfpack Hulk? And we'll fight... We'll have Scott Hall in there. We'll have Kevin Nash in there. We have him be Diesel. Let's be... Yeah, I'll have him be Diesel. Macho Man. Alright. Interesting choice. LOL at face. Nash kidnapping David Flair. All three were wrestling publishers. Yes, they were. Yeah, I liked Wolfpack Hulk. I thought he was cool. In fact, in WCW Mayhem, Hulk actually comes out to the Wolfpack theme. One of my favorite skits was when Kevin Nash was Arn Anderson, Hulk Hogan was Ric Flair, and Disco Inferno was Mean Gene. It was really, really funny. And then, like, David Flair was, like, in the Wolfpack or something. It was a great skit. Look it up. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Hogan's debut in WCW, beginning of the NWO, and last night were all Bash at the Beach. That is true. Man, Bash at the Beach 2000. That was a huge cluster, you know what. That was... I don't know, man. That's not good. I mean, it's clear that Hogan walking away with the belt was scripted, but what doesn't appear to be clear is Vince Russo, basically going off on Hogan in the ring like that. I mean, Hogan losing the belt, I honestly, I think Hogan should have won the belt. I mean, like, the whole thing of, like, you know what they always say, like, all these Russo interviews, like, well, it was always planned for Booker T to win the belt. Booker T was not even in the title picture that night. I don't understand how they were going to do that. So, I don't know. I don't really understand, but, legitimately, Hogan was the most over guy in 2000 WCW. I'm not joking. Like, go and watch. So for Hogan to win the belt, I mean, that would have actually made sense. Scott Steiner. I mean, I was saying he should keep it for a long time if you want to, like, kind of mix things up or have him, try to potentially, like, lose to Booker T or something like that, or I don't know what, but him losing to Jarrett did not make a whole lot of sense. Jarrett was being pushed too hard. And I like Jarrett, but I don't think Jarrett really came into his own until TNA. Particularly when he married Karen Angle. Like, for example, like that whole MMA gimmick that Jarrett had was phenomenal. X-Bomber. By the way, Macho Man totally had relations with Stephanie McMahon. I don't think there's any question about that. I say that because I'm going to throw Macho Man out of the ring right now. TNA theme of Jarrett Myrtle. That's a good song. My apologies. No, dude. You always come with the facts, man. Sting descending from the rafters. And now he's out of the ring. What about me? What about Raven? Raven would have been better off. Raven would have been an interesting guy to put the belt on. Seriously, that would have been interesting. Roddy Piper. I just remember when, like, Piper was, like, speaking in tongues in WCW, like, like, it's Gaelic. It means you can always go home. Like, okay. Yuji Nagata. I highly recommend checking out Guy Gillionaire's videos on the Hulk Hogan comedy manga in Japan because it's fantastic. Chris Jericho, break the walls down. Do 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 do. Out with you. Pepsi Man. It's the Aki Pepsi Man. Hogan's gonna rake the back. Oh, what? Nash pulled me out of the ring. I didn't go over the top rope. It's not fair. Beat your ass out here. Well, screw this. I'm going to try to get one of these guys out of the ring. Let's get Steiner out. He did insult my wife, after all. In the future. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to get Pepsi Man out. We'll end this thing. No, it's Steiner. I got Steiner out. Good. There you go. Pepsi Man. Sorry. Sold out of Pepsi. Pepsi Man. Even though I think it's wrong, I find it hilarious when WCW used to deliberately bury people in those DVD documentaries. It's unintentionally hilarious. That's the problem. Those quote-unquote documentaries. Let's put some Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So there is actually, if you go on YouTube, there's just like a straight up single version of that song. Yeah, check it out. Yes, and Columbo is good stuff. Dare I say, great stuff. So yeah, I love Columbo. I'm annoyed that Columbo is not on Sunday nights anymore for me because I lost MeTV. They replaced it with Antenna TV. Antenna TV is great because it's got like silver spoons and growing pains, but in the Hogan family, but it does not have Columbo, and that is not cool. It's funny how movies also have two separate Sonias. That is true. Columbo versus Kojak, who would win? Ooh, man. Kojak's tougher, but Columbo's smarter, so I don't know, man. I do love Kojak, but with the baldness and all. Oh man, that's a good one. I mean, I'm rooting for Columbo, but Kojak's tougher, man. But like, I mean, Columbo could outsmart Kojak. Like, Columbo would probably just get like Kojak to incriminate himself about something he did in the past, and then have a nervous breakdown, and then like, I don't know, then like Columbo could lure him into one of those traps where the ground falls out and he ends up going into a bottomless pit. That's probably how Columbo would beat Kojak. So where's Mortal Kombat Trilogy? Oh, right here. Yes, Columbo is just like absolutely one of my all-time favorite shows. And it's like, it's all good. There's like no bad Columbos. I honestly like Jeff Jarrett better than Triple H, but I think it's more believable for Triple H to win. I actually think Triple H and Jeff Jarrett are pretty similar, actually. Alright. Looks like we're going to have to do a little blowing and or cleaning of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I'm going to set up my camera here. Okay, hold on. Dude, what the freak, man? Let's test something here. Well, yeah, it works. So the cartridge is just dirty or something here. Well, gang, it's time to take a field trip. A field trip to the alcohols and I'm sorry, the Q-tips and the rubbing alcohol. The alcohols and the Q-tip. I don't know, one or the other. If Piccolo went to the time chamber first, after fusing with Kami, he could have beat the androids. Whoa. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. Damn it. Are you guys still there? Yeah, this one. The phone fell, and then there was a chat screen on, and then it was. I tried to click out of that, and it was end broadcast. I was like, no, don't end the broadcast. All right, we got a Q-tip, and we're gonna get some rubbing alcohol right here, and we're gonna try to clean Mortal Kombat Trilogy right now, live on the live stream. He fought evenly with 17 and was more powerful than Cell initially. Man, I don't know, man. That's a good question, but then there's also the whole option of what is Piccolo's potential unless he's fused with Kami. That's the interesting thing. All right, hang on a second. I'm going to grab the cartridge. All right. Cartridge. Rubbing alcohol. Hang on. Okay. Poured that over the sink. Let's perform some surgery here. Yeah, this is actually really dirty. Do. Yeah, this is really black. Take a look at that. Whoa. Dun dun dun. Surprised that the phone's not broken. Well, it's not an Apple phone, so there's that. This is so dirty, I think we're going to actually have to use the other side of the Q-tip here. Jadakiss said if Big was alive, he'd probably spit in your face. Yes. And Nas was just doing just fine without you. And Pac would have made an album about you. So I guess that just leaves me here to get rid of you. And Rakim and them, they don't even consider you. But it's 2009 and nobody fights fair. And I just know an instrumental's your worst nightmare. All right. Okay, you're saying you have something against my phone because you know I have an Apple phone. No, I don't have anything against your phone, other than the fact that it doesn't have an auxiliary jack and it costs $200 more than my phone. But More power to you if you like Apple. They're very pretty products. So now we're going to get a dry Q-tip. Mine does. It's a 6. Well, well done. There is no reason why Apple phones don't have... there's absolutely no reason why Apple phones don't have headphone jacks. I like to watch Vink from Famicom Dojo's live streams, and he always got this thing, this is the cartridge cleaning song. Alright. I don't know, this... Do you have a Hot Rod Piper shirt? I don't, sadly. I've got this cool Sailor Moon shirt. I do like Roddy Piper, though. So... That did it. Okay. Let us turn the light off and then get down to some gaming. Oh, okay. All right, so for 9 generations, Mortal Kombat was a thing. But then Liu Kang won, and it all went to crap. So, but we all press on because there has to be a tournament. It's part of nature's balance. That's the rough approximation of things there. Easy. Very easy. Now, the PlayStation 1, you basically had to hold down all the buttons and hit up on that question mark, and it gave you things like 1-button fatalities. So, there's Sonya that we were all talking about. This does have a few less characters than the Saturn version and the PlayStation version, because those versions have the boss characters all unlocked. WCW Nitro came out on 64. I have Nitro on the 64. It's not as good as on the PlayStation, because the PlayStation has those awesome FMVs. And it also has the promos that the guys do. The FMV stuff is the best part about Nitro, and the music, like the closing credits. Hey, Night Rogue drums. This is my favorite kind of Mortal Kombat right here with people. It's Robot Smoke. This game looks phenomenal on the N64. No load times. Nice, vibrant graphics. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Street Fighter Real Battle on Film gets a bad rap, because it combines the digitized graphics of Mortal Kombat with the buttery smooth gameplay of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So what's not to like? Can somebody please explain to me why that game is considered bad by I know video game critics are wrong about a lot of things, but there's this ridiculous consensus that that game isn't good, and it's literally one of my favorite fighting games. A Street Fighter, the movie, the game. So, all right, hang on a second. Okay, lots of N64 games were cut back on. Yes, that is true. Does winter break for you start next week? I am on quarantine. The whole school is remote because Cortland is going to have 300 people with COVID by the end of the weekend. I'm going to freaking guarantee that. We've got 290 right now. The city. And it's to the point now where it's not. I mean, listen, I think the school absolutely made the right decision to close. I mean, I'm just going to say my personal opinion, and you can disagree with it, but there was absolutely no way that the school could stay open with the amount of people in the community being affected by COVID, and the fact that that COVID was getting an increasing presence in the school. It was impossible, and in my opinion, I and other teachers, especially me, can do our jobs at home and do our jobs at home in a comparable way to doing them at school. And I would say, in some cases, maybe even better. But, I mean, I'm a teacher that really likes this online model. And I know there's other teachers and other people in and out of the district that don't. So, I mean, everyone's just different. But, I mean, if you can do your job from home, especially in this situation, you need to do it from home. Because... it's what the scenario that people are afraid of is starting to happen in Cortland, where the numbers of hospitalizations are spiking, and then once that happens, you're going to start getting higher mortality rates because there's going to be less equipment to treat people, and I really hope that doesn't happen. But I think we've got 19 people in the hospital right now. And that's definitely more beds than the emergency room has. So, I don't know. We need to just be careful with this kind of thing. So, but again, I mean, like, a lot of people, like, it doesn't affect them that severely. But then other people, it, levels them. So, but you just got to be careful. And in my opinion, if you can do your job at home, do it at home. And again, I think online education has a huge upside that people are just not understanding. And I can go into it if you want to hear it. Shiva. Hang on a second. Let me pause this here. How do you feel when you know something for a fact and someone denies it? I mean, I usually like have a kind of a what the hell is going on reaction. My job is lucky that it has practically no human interaction. That's good, man. Here's the deal. Like, honestly, online education gives the kids a choice in terms of where they want to learn. Gives them smaller class sizes, which allows the teachers to forge better relationships with the students. The kids that want to be in school are in school. The kids that don't like school have the option to be at home and still learn. And if you do your lessons properly, everything is actually more organized and broken down for the kids. So there's, more room for, kids like structure, and there's potentially a lot more room for structure with online education because you have to break everything down for them into little parts that you then explain on the computer, and then you let the kids have at it, So I don't know, man. I don't get. I mean, I understand that there's some kids that don't do their work at home, but honestly, in my experience, those kids that don't do their work at home are the kids that don't do their work in school, and they're just better off being at home because they're not dragging other people down, because there's different stages of kid rebellion, and the worst is when they start lashing out and making it so no one else can do their work. So if they're just withdrawing and not doing work, that's a better option than them just making everyone miserable because they don't want to be here. Now, if you don't want to be here, you can go home. And I'm going to tell you this right now, kids actually like being in school because of this. because they actually like, it's like, oh, I want to be in school. I want to be with my friends. I like the school experience. And the ones that don't like it, go home. And there's all this stuff about like the social emotional aspect of teaching. Well, let me ask you this. How is it easier to reach a kid socially and emotionally in a class full of 10 kids or 30 kids? Because the online mode where you have a mixed model, that's going to be the one where you have like, 10 kids in person, 10 kids online, and you've kind of divided and conquered them in terms of classroom management, and you actually can have a nice rapport with both sections. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can do that because I talk to you guys on YouTube so much, and I'm used to, having one foot in the digital world and one foot in the real world. And I don't know. I'm super relaxed and happy teaching, and I feel like my kids, I mean, it's school, so they're not always into, every little thing in the curriculum. But I don't know, man. I feel like we all have a good time together. I sincerely hope that after all of this ends, the option to choose whether or not you want to do in person remains permanent. I wholeheartedly agree. Everybody's the king now. You ain't got to be nice. With the Jada lyrics. Yeah, no, Jadakiss destroyed 50 Cent. Has anything new happened with them? Is that why you're talking about this? I mean, you talk about it because I love Jadakiss, so. And 50 Cent's a jerk, so. Wait, what? Did I accidentally get a game over? Get over here. Man, I liked it much better when video games, like, were not into... Like, now it's like, I think there's, like, this fear among American video game makers not to have sexy girls. It's like, because of that stupid, like, feminist, it's like this vogue of, like, in American video games, if you must repulse the male gaze by making all the women, like, beastly and hideous. It's like, you do know that video games are primarily for a male audience. And not to say that women can't play them. I mean, I know it's saying that girls can't have, games too, and that there can't be games that reach everyone, but there's nothing wrong with, iconic aesthetics for men and women. I'm only talking about Jada's lines as they relate to Biggie. It's weird thinking Jada was around when Biggie was. Yeah, it's true. He did real songs with Big, no made up ish. Well, to me, 1996 is really not that long ago. I mean, definitely it's not that long ago in a historical sense. I mean, there's a lot of continuity that continues. People like the culture from that time still. Lots of people from that time are in their prime, myself included. So. To this day, I don't know how to uppercut people into this pit. It's all Gamergate's fault. Yeah, I don't even know what Gamergate is. I hear about it, and I don't know what it is. Because, I mean, I don't know. I play video games to have fun. I'm not... Like, I only, like, hear about this, like, stupid drama stuff through, like, peripherally through just YouTube videos. Ooh, 2 scorpions. Alright, scorpion. Good job. Oh. Gotcha. I don't know any Scorpion's finish moves. All I know is block up within sweep range. Here's Sonya, who we were just talking about. So the actress that played Sonya hasn't really aged a bit, and she recently re-donned her Sonya attire and looks great in it. I think she's like 60. I mean, I'm a happily married man, but if I was single, I would absolutely try to buy her a beverage. I got my revenge there. Hang on a second. Let's see what you guys are saying here. One of my pet peeves is people having strong opinions on video games they never played that they get from someone else on the internet. Yeah, that's true. And then what's the other thing here? Something about recycled assets. Hang on a second. I'm going to move the phone here so I can actually see what you're saying here. I mean, unironically, I say I love recycled assets. If they're the right recycled assets. I agree. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Walked right into that one. Ah, jeez. Got her. Nothing like a good uppercut. Endurance round. Kano and Sonya have joined forces to beat the man, the myth, the legend that is me. Darn you, Richard DeVizio. I like that Kano is bald in these games. I don't like that they gave him hair. We need more cool bald guys in video games. Like Kano. Wow, he ripped my skull completely out of my body. Speaking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love how Warzone's engine is newer than the Ski engine, yet people got tired of it real quick. I don't know how much Warzone I played Warzone back in the day on the PlayStation. I don't remember a thing about its engine. I just remember playing it and liking it, and then it being a lot clunkier than the Aki games. And that's really it. That's all I can remember about it. It was like, I remember I did a lot with a creative player. I had fun playing it. I played it a lot. I beat the game. But that just, I knew that it did not play anywhere nearly as well as the WCW games. Oof. Man, Sonya? Oh, Aki. Okay. Yeah, there's no... I mean, like, the Aki engine is the greatest wrestling engine ever made, in my opinion. And, I mean, again, like, Warzone was a very not memorable gameplay engine. I just remember... I mean, I remember liking it, but I remember, like, playing it again years later and thinking it wasn't very good. But, I mean, still liking it for what it was, but it's just... I don't know. I actually have WWF Attitude, and I don't even know if I've ever played that game. Like, I bought that game years later at a flea market. Let's try Sub-Zero. Now, in this game, they only have the Ninja Sub-Zero. They don't have the both versions, Ninja and Hair. Ah, shoot! I went for an uppercut. Dude, I'm uppercutting him. Why is it... There we go. It's not as smooth or intuitive or comfortable as the Yakuza. No, I agree. That's exactly what I remember. It feeling clunky and the characters being clunky and it playing kind of slow. But ultimately it was fun because it was in 3D and it was all the WWF guys I liked and they had some full motion video and you know, it was okay. Dude, that is a glitch that this game has. Like, I'm not... I'm crouching down and uppercutting, and then it's inputting that as another ice attack. Okay, Sonya. Ah, shoot. No, 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 no. Good, I got her. All right. Woof. Motaro time. The advantage Warzone had is at the time they had to create a wrestler and the music commentary. Yeah, that's true. The graphics weren't bad either. They weren't as good as they still weren't as good as the WCW games graphics though. I mean, then I know that Acclaim ended up with ECW, and I have the ECW game on N64, and it's really not memorable, in my opinion at least. Freaking teleporting centaur. Oh, game over. I don't even know all these combat codes. I just mashed a bunch of buttons there. Incorrect code. Well, gang, I don't know. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes, so we should probably wrap things up. I played both ECW games. What are your thoughts on those games? Because, I mean, to me, they weren't that great. Oh, by the way, we have a nice Xbox Lite now, which is cool. Yeah, so good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. The ECW game that I played on the N64 was not bad. They felt like Warzone too much. Okay, well, it is what it is. So cool. All right, well, gang, thank you for the fun-filled evening and good conversation. Well, we'll have to play it next time because I've got it. I've got it right here. Where is it? I know. Here it is. Yeah, WWF Attitude right here. I think I got this at the flea market and just never played it. And I don't know. So we'll see what this is like. And the next one, we also do have Warzone. I remember this was like a big deal. Like, I always hated Steve Austin. I know I'm in the minority there, but like, remember this was a big deal because it was like the first game with Stone Cold. But yeah, I don't know, man. I still thought Steve Austin was a cheap character. But this is a rant for another night. Good night, International Channel. Good night, Sinister. And anyone else who is still on the stream. Thanks for watching. And until next time, my name's Noel. I will see you in the very near future. Wait, I had zero interest in a souped-up Warzone. Well, few people did, apparently. So, and good night, Diego. And good night, Arrow. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.